Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about the data source filters. Data source filters in Tableau are a fundamental tool for controlling which data is brought into your visualization and analysis. These filters allow you to define the criteria at the data source level, ensuring that only a specific subset of your data are. By applying the data source filters, you can streamline the data retrieval, reduce the volume of data processed, and maintain a clear focus on the information relevant to your analysis. This feature is particularly valuable when working with the data sources that contains extensive datasets, which helps you in efficiently managing and optimizing your data for more responsive and meaningful visualizations. Whether you are dealing with a complex databases or simply aiming to improve the data relevance, data source filters are an essential component of effective data management in Tableau. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how we can create these data source filters. So we are in our Tableau screen, and for this task also I am using the Tableau desktop. If you don't have the Tableau desktop, then download it and gain the student license, which gives you 14 days trial period. If you also have a student ID, you can then get a 1 year license. So to connect with the data source, what I do is I'll choose a Microsoft Excel and I'll choose this global superstore dataset or whatever dataset you are having with you. You can choose that dataset. After that dataset has been executed and has been processed by our tab, it would be looking like this, and we have already seen in the previous lectures. So what you can do is you can drag a table from your data source and you can drag it over here. So I'm working with the orders sheet or whatever you would like to call it, the orders table. After you have dragged the orders table over here, all the information related to that would be shown over here. In this particular data set, I'm having the row ID, order date, shipping date, and various other columns. These columns also include some of the other details, like for example, I'm having the category wise information over here, and I'm also having the different market and regions over here. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to create a filter related to say market or region, and then I would like to make some visualizations on the top of it. So how I can do it? In the previous sections, we have already seen how can we create the extract data. Just on the right side of the extract data is this filter option. If you click on the add option over here, you would then get the option to create the data source filters. Now, how this data source filters are different from the extract filter, we will talk about it in a bit. First, to create a data source filter, I'll click on add and I'll choose any kind of column that I want to create the filter on. Let's say I want to create a filter on the top of market. I'll click on market, click on OK, and it would give me all the values that are present in that specific column. So let's say just want to work on the US data. So I'll check this US and I can click on OK. If you want to add some additional filters over here, again you can click on add and you can again click on any other criteria that you want. Let's say I want to take the shipping mode and I just want to take the shipping mode which belongs to the same day. So I can click on the same day and click on that. Now here you can see two filters have been added. The first filter keep the data limited only to the US market, and the second filter over here would take only the data which belongs to the shipping mode, which is the same day. If you want to remove any filter, you can click on that and you can choose the remove option. And you can also try to edit those filters. Let's say if any point of time you try to choose any other market apart from US, what you can do is you can click over here and you can choose the edit option. And then you can select any market that you want to work on. For now, I have kept the market as US. Okay, I'll click on OK and then I can go to the sheet one. Now, when you are working with the extract data, you might have seen a difference. So when I was in the data source and I was working on an extract connection, what it was doing is, as I was clicking on the sheet one, it was trying to give me an indication to save that data set, which was consisting only that particular information that I have taken in the extract data. And it was creating a separate database for me. In this case, what is happening is I'm applying the filters at the data source level. This is different from the extract data in many terms. The first one is that it would contain all your data. Irrespective of the filters that you have chosen, it would still contain all the data. The only difference you will be seeing at is that when you are making any visualization, the difference would be shown over here in the visuals. So for example, if I choose a market, you can see that it is only giving me the market as US. So let me take any measure also along with it. So now you can see the market is shown and the respective value of the measures would be shown according to that, or whatever visualizations you are trying to make, it would be shown you only for that US market. If we are talking about the extract data, Extract data was making a new database work, and that database was not containing any other market specific to the market that I choose. But in this one, all the information is present. For example, if you go to the data source again and if you try to edit that filter, you can do it with the help of this filter. If at any point of time you try to choose any additional filters and you want your data to filter according to that, this would be very helpful option. Now, this is a very clear difference between the extract data and the data source filters. Here, let me try to create any visualization. Let's say I'm trying to create the customer ID and I'm also taking the scatter plot. Let's say I want to see the relationship between the profit and the discount that has been given. I can convert it into the scatter plot and it would give me the information. In the previous sessions, we were making these scatter plots. This was based on the complete markets. Here, if I wanted to create any additional filters, what I was doing is I was dragging this market region over here in filters, and then I was choosing the markets. But if you now drag this market region in the filters, you can see it would only give you the value as US because this data only contains the value from the US market. So now I don't have to drag this market in the filters and create any additional filters on the top of. So this was the basic difference between the extract filter and the data source filter. The data source filters basically filters your data on the data source levels. As you are trying to create any visualization, it will only give you the information about that particular filter. So I hope this was clear to you. In the next session, we'll be talking about a different terminology in Tableau. Thank you.